Hi Madrona families, it's Jacqueline.
And Emma.
We wanted to send you a message to let you know that we are thinking of you and we hope that you're staying safe and healthy with your families.
We know that we are, and we're thinking about you, and we thought it'd be nice to touch base virtually, since this is kind of what the next 6 weeks might look like.
Yes. So the last few days we've been working together to put together a plan for you and your families to use while you're at home so that you can continue your learning. What we're posting this afternoon to the portal is a description of what at-home learning could look like to support what you're doing, the work that you're doing at school. So please read this with your parents, talk about it, and feel free to ask us questions. This is going to be kind of your guide, your roadmap for how to approach the next weeks. You have, this is called the Work Cycle Guidelines, and it's broken down by subject area. So there's language, there's math, history, science, and in the second column is a description of the kind of work or practice that you could do to keep your skills up and moving forward. There's a list of materials you might need, and then the farthest column talks about how frequently you might practice something, and if there's kind of a due date or a goal around how long something would take. That's listed here too. So this is going to be a really kind of foundational guide for the next few weeks. And in addition to that, we're going to ask you to look at that with your families and come up with a schedule or a routine for your weeks. It's going to be super important for you to have a workspace that's supportive, and as a family, you guys can come up with an agenda of when your work cycle is going to be and what other things you might have as part of your day, such as chores, your daily living with your family, or your activities outside. So come up with that together as a family, have it posted somewhere where everyone can see it, and Emma's going to talk about the weekly plan.
Yes, so in your packet you will also find your weekly plan. So you will look at this and decide based off of the guidelines, choosing the work that you'd like to do, and essentially planning everything for each day. You have a morning work cycle and you have an afternoon work cycle. So for example, say you want to have a 9 to 12 day, or you want to have a 12 to 3, that would be your work cycle. And you're committing to doing certain things throughout the week. You'd be planning this on this paper and then sending it to us on Monday. So we have a copy of it, and we know what your plan is.
And in addition to what you want to work on throughout the week, you'll have an appointment with one of us to conference, either over the phone or through FaceTime. So you might have a conference with Emma at 10 o'clock on Tuesday, or you might have a conference with me at 2 p.m. on Thursday. So you would write that into your weekly plan, and
we are posting that so everyone will know what time their conference is and then with who. That's also going up on the portal.
Do you want to go over what you would discuss during the conferences?
Sure. So you're going to not only be choosing these works, we're going to talk about maybe a book that you're reading. We have examples in our packet of books that you could choose from our Upper L reading list. There's examples of books that you could read based on Black History Month, that maybe you want to get together virtually and read a book with someone, have like a mini lit circle. That could be a part of that work. We're also going to be checking in about your spelling. That's something that you're going to be doing. We're also checking in to see if you have questions about any of the assignments or courses because we are assigning courses through something called Khan Academy. So everyone will be given courses in math, geometry, and language. If you have questions about those, that would be a time to check in.
Yep.
And I think that's it.
That's pretty good for now. So for all of this work at home, you guys will need supplies. So you can come in and get your journal, pencil, any of your notebooks that you need. If you left work here that you want to finish, you can come pick that up. Please contact us and or Megan, because Megan will plan on being here too through next week if you want to come get those things. But if you would like to stay home, you can use a composition notebook for your journal. And in your packet that we'll post on the portal, there's a sample of what a journaling day looks like, so your parents and or caregivers can support you in that. But all of you are familiar with the journaling. You'll need a pencil, a graphite pencil. You'll need some colored pencils. And if you choose not to come get your spiral or your notebooks, it would be really helpful for you to have a binder, something that's 1 inch to 1.5 inches in size. Make sure you get some college ruled lined paper and having some tabs so that you can separate your math, your language, your history, your science. And then if you're able to find some grid lined paper, we highly recommend that for your math work. Even though you're getting some Khan Academy courses, we're going to ask that you do some recording of the concepts you're learning and for follow-up practice too. Other than that, I think we're putting up some information for you to look at with your families, talk about it with your families, come up with a plan so that over the weekend you really have a good sense of what the next week is going to look like. So once you have a chance to plan out your week, please take a picture, send it to us so we can have it and be ready for you. And then something else to do over the weekend is if you could please go to the Khan Academy website, create an account for yourself, and let us know what your user information is. And there's another resource we're using online, which is news articles that have been leveled for elementary to middle school age reading levels. And for that, you need an email account. It could either be your own email account or maybe one of your parents' email accounts that could be linked with that. And I'll have to go in and create a class for that. So if you could send that to me, that would be helpful. Is there anything else over the weekend?
I think just something for you guys to be aware of is Monday mornings, we're going to be sending an email so you guys are aware of what the week will look like. Also, we'll put on there, we might do some video lessons throughout the week, so something to look forward to so you don't forget what we look like. Those will be fun. Yeah. Although this seems foreign to many of us, it is important for us to, continue this contact with you guys. So feel free to reach out at any time if you need anything from us. We're thinking of you and your families. So,
and we're planning on being available. We're taking turns Monday through Friday. So if you are stuck with something, you have a question about your science project, or you don't know how to figure something out on, one of the courses, please contact us. We've included our contact information on the portal. Most of you know how to get a hold of us. So just know that we are available over this time.
All right. More to come later.